Hello, and welcome to another edition of Good Deeds. It's brought to you by justserve.org. If you're looking for organizations to get connected with, to volunteer, to donate, to help make a difference in this community, justserve.org is a wonderful place to start. Today, we are speaking with the director of B.E.S.T, Josephine Watts. Thank you for joining us on Good Deeds, and thank you for what you're doing in our community.
Thank you.
So I guess we should start off. What does B.E.S.T stand for? And what is it that you're doing in our community?
Okay, B.E.S.T stands for B, building, E, empowerment, S, skills, and T is today, building empowerment skills today.
That sounds
And
fantastic.
it's a youth organization, and we take youth from the Oak Park area, which is, kind of the slighted area, and we find residents in the area that wants their yards fixed up. And in the summer, we take our youth and we help those residents fix their yards. In the winter, we raise funds to pay the youth to help their neighbors. It's free for the neighbors, for the residents, but we pay the youth a little stipend. So now our youth have a little money in their pocket, which they usually augment their household income. And we have them all day from 8 until 3. And this keeps them occupied and off the streets. I forgot to say, in the morning from 8 until 11, they do the projects for the residents. Then they walk to a church in the Oak Park area and they have lunch. And in the afternoon, they are involved in empowerment sessions, or we said empowerment skill building sessions, like communication skills, financial literacy skills, and then we preparing for college and preparing for a job. And we take them through a mock interview. And many of our students have acquired jobs through this process. And they call me back and says, "Oh, thank you, Miss Watts. I aced the interview."
That's fantastic. Well, and it sounds like it's also a great way to connect people in the neighborhood. If you're not
Yes.
having those conversations, if you're not interacting with people, there's not a lot of connection, but a connected neighborhood is a stronger one.
Yes, and many of the residents say, "Oh, these children are so polite." They have this uh, preconception of these teenagers. I don't want any teenagers in my yard. But these, she said, "Oh, they're so polite." The many of the neighbors say, and they're helpful, and they want to come back and help me, and I just love them.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a fantastic program for everyone involved.
Yes,
How, first of all, what are the ages of the youth involved? How did they
yes,
get involved in this program? And then how can the neighbors sign up to be a part of it?
yes. The ages are 12 to 18. Um, we do many ways of recruiting, but we do have a hard time sometimes recruiting enough youth. We do go to some of the school campuses. um, um, uh, Sac City, Sac High is one main one, and the residents, if they can just contact us, we put out flyers throughout the neighborhood, and they all don't always see it. We're trying to really reach some of the seniors, and they're not really social savvy.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows anybody that can use our services that lives in the zip code of 95817 or 95820, please contact us.
Okay. And your website sounds like would be a great place to get started.
Yes. We're in the our website is in the construction. So right now we're using the website through the Big Day of Giving. So
Okay.
it's bigdayofgiving.org/BEST, and you'll get right to us.
Okay, I love that. How can we as a community best support this work that you're doing? This is great work and it's
Thank
helping
you.
so many people. You mentioned referring people to
Yes.
you, but beyond that, how can we help?
Well, we can use number one, some board members. We need a couple of board members. Number two, in the summer we have our teens 20 grouped into groups of 5, and we have adults in charge of them. I call them project managers.
Okay.
So we can use an adult that likes working with teens and has a little knowledge on working in the yard and can volunteer where we pay them a little stipend to work with this group of children for 3 weeks.
Okay. And are there any special qualifications you're looking for in these volunteers?
Just over 18, and maybe have some experience working with youth and some experience working with tools and the yard and gardens and things like that.
All right. Well, hopefully we can encourage some volunteers through this interview, and
Yes.
hopefully the program
Thank
will
you.
grow and be bigger than ever this summer. I thank you so much for telling us about this really unique to Sacramento and the Oak Park neighborhood program. I think you're doing fabulous work, and thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, you can find us on bigdayofgiving.org/BEST.